could collect the necessary experience to also stay here or to sit here and to talk to you today. I worked at the German Development Cooperation Agency, a big organization. I worked at an international think tank and advocacy organization. All of this helped me to build up the capacity to actually build up Transgender Europe and also to help create jobs for 8 more people at Transgender Europe. Just as a small perspective. And all of this was only possible because I could live and work by my name and in the gender identity I felt closest to. And having this official recognition made it so much easier to negotiate my transition at the time with colleagues, with superiors, with our client, the German Ministry of Interior, a very conservative ministry. And whether they agreed to it or not, because of my documents clearly showing my name as being Richard and the gender identity as male, they had very little choice as to accept and to adapt, and actually they did without a problem. And my boss told me later on that after coming out, I was much more productive. I was much more engaging with others. I was much more human to the whole company.
Congratulations.
So because of all my documents actually were changed so seamlessly, I never had to bring it up again in the job situation. If I didn't want to, I never had to tell somebody, what you know that I'm transgender. I never had to do that if I didn't want to. So because ID card, driver's license, social security card, university diploma, they all got changed with my new name. And thus I could actually concentrate on my work, on the job that I had in my head. I did not need to worry on traveling somewhere and being called from the queue to be questioned and to be ridiculed for my gender identity not matching the name on my passport. I could register for any conference and I don't need to worry about which name would be on the badge. A large majority of the population is actually in favor, even though they're not trans themselves. And the majority of them, they don't even know a trans person. But they're in favor because they find it logical that you have documents that are actually in line with your identity and the way you live. The European Court of Human Rights, that's now bigger Europe, so Council of Europe, including Russia, Ukraine, etc. The European Court of Human Rights has established time and time again that trans people have the right to legal gender recognition. Since 1992, the court told states in Europe that they have the obligation to have procedures in place. The court has been hearing cases full of grief, of ignorance, of discrimination, and outright violence. Stories of people who are hurt in one of the most fundamental and most intimate areas of their personality. Their right to decide for themselves who they are, and the right to live in accordance with it. The essence of human rights, human dignity. In 2010, the Committee of Ministers of the Council of Europe agreed that it's high time to adopt concrete measures against discrimination on grounds of sexual orientation and gender identity. So the Committee of Ministers, including Ukraine, recommended to member states to introduce gender recognition procedures and to make sure that these procedures are free from abusive requirements, such as sterilization, other medical interventions, or real-life tests, and more that are the least invasive and cumbersome as possible, allow trans people to live their lives so that they can thrive and live their lives to the fullest potential. So that's kind of the theory, now to the practice, because unfortunately we're not there yet in Europe. We have recently seen great change and progress in a number of European states. Malta, let me see where I find them. Malta, Denmark and Ireland. So very small, but very important. Ireland, the last of the 3. Denmark. Have all reformed their legal systems and introduced quick, accessible and transparent gender recognition procedures. They show us it is possible in Europe today. Children from a very young age have a profound understanding of their own gender identity, whether they are trans or not. Every child does that. not recognizing that there are trans children who need legal gender recognition, also as a protection against bullying and discrimination, is cruel. It is simply cruel. White, female or male, gay or straight, trans or cisgender, everyone, irrespective of personal characteristics, should be respected, protected and celebrated. So what is the secret ingredients to facilitate such change, you might ask?